All right, so we have a lot of tracks to restore, and I'm gonna try to do it in the fastest way possible. And in a lot of these tracks, we have many different problems that we need to fix in order to, again, create discrete channels that would allow me to pan through an array of speakers, or in this case, through the stereo field of two characters. So I'm gonna start with the first line we have over here, which is Chris.
Hey. You really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
All right, so in the first track, we have actually a little bit of the reverb that was recorded on set of when he's approaching the Dean here.
Hey.
Which I'm not completely against it. I just possibly want to try to remove a little bit of that, again, annoying hiss. I don't know if you could hear this. That one. So real quick, I'm going to send this into RX. Zoom in a little bit. And again, we have been giving a giver over here, which is room tone, or in this case, just noise. In this case, I will use my spectral denoise, learn, and render this. Let's see what we got.
Hey.
Still have a lot of that. So let's see what I can do.
Hey.
Better?
Hey.
Yep. That's what we want. So what I did was pretty much increasing a little bit more the reduction, and as you could see, we had the signal and the noise, and I increased a little bit more the difference between the separation of the two. So I will send this into Pro Tools, render.
Hey.
Great. We'll apply with D a fade in and with G a fade out.
Hey.
All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. Just resizing the zoom a little bit.
You really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Let's see if I have a little bit of a handle here, which in fact I do.
Forget?
Okay.
Forget?
Cool. So again, this was very well recorded. So what I'll do is pretty much, again, using my spectral denoise in order for me to kind of like learn a little bit of the sound that there is up here, minus his breathing. Okay. And render this.
You really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Definitely a great result. I will also use my frequency scale and move to extended log, because I want to kind of like remove a lot of that low end rumble that sometimes might sit below the actual fundamental of a dialogue. So I'm going to press F, actually Command D to deselect, F to engage my frequency tool, and just highlight everything below Chris's fundamental, and I can also let you hear that. So again, there's not much down there. What you see over here are a lot of the p, s, t, like heavy letters, and a lot of low-end rumble. So below 70 hertz, generally, we don't have any of the dialogues. So I can go simply with Spectral Repair. And in this case, I will choose a vertical interpolation, reduce the bandwidth, and there we go. See, right now we have definitely cleaned it up a little bit more, the spectrum below 70 hertz. Let's see what we got.
You really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Great. We'll send this back into Pro Tools and render.
You really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Sounds almost better than an ADR session. All right. Q to move back to the beginning of my selection. W to go to the end of it. Let's see what else we got.
I want her back.
Okay.
I want her back.
Again here, I'm pretty much right now fixing minor problems to then dive in the more problematic areas. Yep. So spectral denoise. Should have not done that. I should have learned the profile. Render it. And then again, using my frequency tool with F. Again, below 70 Hertz. And render that. Let's see what we got.
I want her back.
Okay.
I want her back.
Let's see if I can isolate the dialogue a little bit more. So, C, to select my time tool, dialogue isolate. Let's see what will we achieve.
I want her back.
Much better. I'm going to just boost the signal a little bit. And to do this, I'm also going to show you the waveform.
I want her back.
A little bit more.
I want her back. I want her back.
Great. Send this back into Pro Tools and render this. Again, fade in and fade out.
I want her back. Don't.
Okay, so over here we have a couple of problems. We have a little bit of the principal, the Dean dialogues inside Chris's microphone here.
Don't.
And of course, our beloved noise. So what I'm going to do here is to send this into RX. And I'm going to start first. I'll try to remove the Dean dialogue. Okay. So I'm going to move back to a greater resolution in terms of frequency. I'm going to go with, oops, sorry about that. I'm going to go with bark. Okay. So this should be the actual spectrum of the Dean. I'm going to just slide everything to only see my spectrum. Let's see if with the brush tool, I could remove part of our spectrum. Right now the brush is a little too big. I'm going to slide it down. Okay, let's see. Sounds like her. Just to make sure I will have all the harmonics selected. Let's see what we got. Sounds like her. I'm going to go with Spectral Repair. And in this case, I'm going to interpolate the left and right region. Kind of like increasing a little bit more the surrounding region and increasing the number of bands. Let's see what we got.
Don't.
Great. All right, now that we have removed the first problem out of this dialogue, let's see if I can learn a little bit of the profile of the noise that is here. Let's see. I'm going to learn this. See what we got.
Don't.
What I'm seeing here are beloved birds. All right. L to select my lasso. I'm going to change my frequency resolution to linear. Zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to try to remove these birds out of Chris's dialogue. Okay. Let's hear what we got.
Don't.
Perfect. I'm gonna apply a little bit of gain. So T to again bring my tool to the time tool, and I'll apply 8 dB of gain.
Don't.
There's an extra sound that I only hear right now.
Don't.
Let's see if I work with my deconstruct module and try to deconstruct what we got here. So I'm going to lower the transient and the noise resolution and just bring back a little bit more, or keep it at unity. The tonal balance, actually let me do a +1. Let's see.
Don't.
Okay, definitely getting there. Let's see, with a little bit of dialogue isolate, what can I achieve?
Don't.
I'm gonna undo.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
It's fine for now. So I'm gonna render this.
Don't.
Yep. All right. What else we got? I think this is the one we fixed before.
Don't be stupid and don't play dumb. I want the photo back. It's the one picture I have.
Yes. Next.
You took it down.
We don't want that.
You took it down. You took it down. You took it down.
Okay. So again, there is the Dean dialogue bleeding within Chris's performance, and once again our beloved bird. So let's bring this back into Izotope RX, and first of all let's get rid of the bird.
You took it down.
Yep, much better. I'm gonna give probably 2 sets of renders.
You took it down.
Okay. I'm gonna move down within my spectrum to see how can I fix the problem of the other actors bleeding dialogue within Chris's dialogue, which is right here. So again, I'm gonna use my brush tool.
You took it down.
Much better and definitely healthier. So this was just where I was having the Spectral Repair module interpolating the sound. Another thing I'll do is to go to the end of this line to see if I have a little bit of noise, which likely I do. Gonna pull up my trusty spectral denoise, having the module learning the profile of this noise and render this. Command D to deselect.
You took it down. You took it down.
Okay. Gonna send this back into Pro Tools.
You took it down.
And what else we got here?
Stop pretending like nothing happened.
Well, we have he's breathing here, which we want to keep. So, you know the drill. First and foremost, we take care of the bird. As you can see, the bird is in every single line of dialogue of Chris, which, considering the importance of the dialogue in this scene, the bird tweeting could have caused a lot of distraction for the audience. So it is our job to enhance this performance, making sure that we could preserve as best as we can the intention of the actor. This is also one of the primary goals of storytelling through sound. It's not all about adding amazing sound design. The core here is to work with the sound design elements you got already from the production, which in this case are the dialogues. Okay, let's see what we got.
Stop pretending like nothing happened.
Perfect. I'm very pleased with what we have achieved. So I'm going to send this back into Pro Tools and render.
Stop pretending like nothing happened.
Perfect. I'm going to just fade in and fade out.
Stop pretending like nothing happened.
And this will actually end it up on my X track, which is a sort of track that I keep for, you know, backup plans.
Patronize me.
Okay. All right, now that we're done with Chris, it's time to move to the Dean. All right, now we got to the second character in this scene, which is the Dean. Let's see how can we use Izotope RX to restore her dialogue.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Excuse me?
Great. Send it back into Pro Tools. And there we have it.
Excuse me?
Fade out and fade in. I'm gonna, I have my tab to transient selected, so if right now I, you know, click on tab, generally I would tab to the next transient. If you hold down Option Command Tab, you will deselect that, and the tab to transient, it becomes a sort of like tab to the beginning or the end of a clip. So there we have it. Option Command Tab to re-enable that.
Okay. Right?
Gonna just boost the level a little bit.
Okay. Calm down. Chris, right?
Okay. Consolidate in this track. There is a little bit of Chris's breath here, which I will copy later on top of Chris's track. So right now I'm gonna send this into Izotope RX.
Okay. Calm down.
We have plenty of noise that we could use to denoise this track. So spectral denoise, learning the profile, select the entire clip, and render this.
Okay. Calm down. Chris, right?
There's a little clip here that I'm going to remove with my click.
Chris, right?
There is still a little bit of that noise, which I'll try to render one more time.
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
So here's what I'm going to do.
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
First thing I'm going to do is to send this back into Pro Tools and render what I got. Then I can copy to go up and paste. So this is Chris's breath. And now I can go back into Izotope RX, denoise what I've got here. I will render this, and now the only thing I'll do here is B to separate, S to trim, G to fade out.
Okay, calm down. Okay. Okay, calm down. Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
I'm gonna B, and now if you select and press Control Shift up arrow, you can actually start boosting using clip gain of, in this case, an interval of 0.5 dB each time.
Chris, right?
All right, let's see what we got.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Don't.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Don't.
So over here we have a lot of elements that we need to restore. All right, now that we have properly identified the spectrum of frequencies between the lines of the Dean and the character Chris, what I'm going to do is trying to denoise.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Great. So I'm going to send this back into Pro Tools. And let's see what we got.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Okay, let's see if with a little bit of editing we could solve. All right. Do we really want to hurt each other? Why not? Let's do it. I'm going to try to preserve as much as I can the breathing of the two actors and removing our lovely bird once again. That's great. So we went from this to this. That's pretty incredible. Last few lines.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow. You're upset.
Again, properly recorded, not sign of birds in it. So it's just a matter of removing a little bit unwanted sounds.
Upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
All right. I'll learn the profile of this noise and render this. Maybe a second time. Why not?
You're upset. I understand.
Too much.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
Okay.
This tomorrow.
Let's see if we can isolate the dialogue a little bit more.
understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow. You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
This is great. There is just a little sound that I think was maybe a rustle.
We should talk about this. Talk about this. About this.
All right, let's see if I can remove this with the click module.
Talk about this tomorrow. Talk about this tomorrow. Talk about this tomorrow. Talk about this.
Maybe it's only here the problem. Let's see.
Talk about this tomorrow.
Much better. All right, I'm gonna send this back, and we went from something sounding like this
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
to something like this.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
So let's do two things. First of all, I'm going to go ahead with my audio suite and use Ambience Match. So I'm going to go and learn the profile of the ambience, and want to just hear the output of this. This is great because through this track, we're going to kind of like create a sort of like glue to the overall sound of the scene. In other words, we're going to kind of like prevent all these gaps in the audio to be heard. So I'm just going to make a selection throughout the whole scene, move down with semicolon, have my production effects 2 ready to go, render. Actually, now that I'm seeing this, I should have made this selection a little longer. We're good to go. So I'm going to render this, and we have our production sound. This is great. Still half of the battle, because what I have over here is I want actually, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, actually I'm going to grab a piece of this audio. I'm going to copy this, paste it there. And then let's see if I'm just going completely disillusional, or I'm going to just duplicate this playlist for a minute, consolidate all of this into a new playlist, and send this back into Izotope RX. And I want to pretty much use this audio in order for me to remove all that unwanted sounds from whatever we got so far. Might be a completely wrong approach, but we're here to experiment. Okay, so here we have it, moment of truth. Let's see what we got. That's great. Okay. All right, now that we got all the pieces of the puzzle together, let's see so far what we got. And then I'm going to let you hear the final product.
Hey.
Excuse me?
You really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
I want her back.
I'm sorry, Chris. She's not coming back.
Don't.
All right, now that we have fully restored our audio, we have remove unwanted sounds, and we have create 2 discrete channels. I'm going to let you hear the before and after. I'm going to start by pressing Command 9 to bring up the video track, solo up the previous tracks. So right now what you're going to be hearing is the before, and focus on how unclear the dialogues are. Focus on how unwanted sounds are actually disrupting and destroying the emotion that the 2 characters are trying to convey. So focus on all these elements, and especially focus on how very monocentric the image is. So I'm going to let you hear the before.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
I want her back.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Don't be stupid and don't play dumb. I want the photo back. It's the one picture I have of her.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. If you could just calm down.
You took it down.
I didn't.
Stop pretending like nothing happened. Like she was never here.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
Don't patronize me.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, so as you could hear right now, there were many problems. First and foremost, a very unwanted sound that took us a lot of time, but through Izotope RX we were able to remove, which was the tweeting of the bird on every time Chris's was saying any sentence. And then again, the dialogues were very unfocused, very unclear. There was a lot of background noise that was kind of like distracting a lot from what we were trying to do. So now I'm going to let you hear the fully restored and final product of this scene.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
I want her back.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Don't be stupid and don't play dumb. I want the photo back. It's the one picture I have of her.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. If you could just calm down.
You took it down.
I didn't.
Stop pretending like nothing happened. Like she was never here.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
Don't patronize me.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So were you able to capture right now how important it is for us as a recording mixer and sound designer to use the tools that we have at our disposal, not only in this case to restore audio, but as well to create discrete channels that then we're able to pan across the screen in order to follow the image. I'm going to minimize for 1 second the screen because I want you to fully see what we have accomplished so far. So again, over here, I've placed the two dialogues on dialogue 3 and 4, as I explained before, because on dialogue 1 and 2, there are the other two characters. So what we have over here are two very clean dialogues, which I'm going to let you hear in a moment. So actually, let me bring up the dialogue only. All right. So those are our dialogues. Going to bring up the video, so at least you have a visual reference.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you really think that no one was going to notice?
Again, over here, I want to show you that we have used a little bit of panning in order for us to move the source left to right. So this is Chris, and this is the dialogue of the Dean Patterson. As well, we have a little bit of automation as we have write a little bit of the dialogues, and I'm going to show you as well the pan front to right, or actually left to right.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you really think that no one was going to notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just going to forget?
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
I want her back.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Don't be stupid and don't play dumb. I want the photo back. It's the one picture I have of her.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. If you could just calm down.
You took it down.
I didn't.
Stop pretending like nothing happened. Like she was never here.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
Don't patronize me.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So again, I generally pan dialogues towards the center. That's why in a surround scenario you have, you know, one speaker that is used primarily for dialogues. But in this type of scenario with this type of film, what I tried to do was actually to imprint a specific location to our sound, to the main sound, to our dialogues, which is the most important element in order to enhance the storytelling of a film. And I want the sound to fully follow whatever is on screen. In this case, I play a little bit more with where the actors were. Now, in this scene, of course, you have heard only dialogue in isolation, and if you notice carefully, there is also a different type of reverb. So, given the fact that we have cleaned up the dialogues pretty extensively, if you remember carefully, right now we have made these dialogues a little bit too unnatural, if you wish. So again, I'm sending these two dialogues to my revibe over here, and the type of reverb I've chosen is a large natural studio, which imprints a little bit more of third dimensionality to our dialogues, and it gives a little bit more life to where they are. Because again, there are surfaces. I'm assuming they are in front of a hole entrance, so there might be some reflection that happens here and there. So I'm gonna let you hear this track with the reverb and then without.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you really think that no one was gonna notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just gonna forget?
Okay.
Without.
Calm down. Chris, right?
I want her back.
I'm sorry, Chris. She's not coming back.
Don't be stupid, and don't play dumb. I want the photo back. It's the one picture I have of her.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. If you could just calm down.
You took it down.
So again, with a little bit of reverb, we were able to kind of like recreate a little bit more of an environment around the two actors. Now, another thing I want to do is to bring up another set of window configurations and bring up only the backgrounds we got over there. So in this case, we have, as we did before, a mono that will serve as a little bit, has a sort of glue between the dialogue lines, which is actually the room tone or the ambience tone we have extracted with Izotope RX Ambience Match. So I'm gonna let you hear the three ambiences. And what I did over here was essentially choosing three different sounds, again, for the same reason as I told you before. You want to kind of like stuck up together and layer different sounds with different pitches in order to recreate a little bit more of a natural environment. And of course, there are tons of EQ automations. So I'm gonna let you hear the first background sound. And as you can see, again, we have automations all over the place. So I'm gonna start with background A. All right, we got the exact same ambience where the two characters were in. Now, the second sets of backgrounds are a little bit more suburb type of backgrounds. Again, we are in a backyard of a college. I see a lot of trees, so I'm assuming there might be a little bit of wind, a little bit of birds, of course, tweeting. But what I did was choosing backgrounds that wouldn't be kind of like distracting from the true essence of the dialogues. So the second background is this one. A kind of residential type of birds tweeting far away. And then the third, it's a little bit more full in the lower mid range of frequencies. As a matter of fact, there's a little bit more rumble of the wind, and kind of like if there is far away, traffic sounds. So I'm gonna let you hear the third background that we have stuck up. and the 3 background together. All right, the last thing we have is the music, which again, we were dealing only with 2 stereo sounds, or 2 stereo stems, if I may. Let me solve the music up and get back to the music. All right, now that we have heard and listened to all the elements together, I'm gonna let you hear the full scene and let you hear again what we have achieved.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you really think that no one was gonna notice? You think we're stupid? You think that we're just gonna forget?
Okay, calm down. Chris, right?
I want her back.
I'm sorry, Chris, she's not coming back.
Don't be stupid, and don't play dumb. I want the photo back. It's the one picture I have of her.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. If you could just calm down.
You took it down.
I didn't.
Stop pretending like nothing happened. Like she was never here.
You're upset. I understand. I think we should talk about this tomorrow.
Don't patronize me.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope you understood how important it is to fully analyze every single sound element inside each single scene. Our job is to help the story through sound, the narrative of a movie, and the emotion of a movie. It's all about sound. Video might convey information, but sound is the key to really touch the audience. Now, if we want to truly emotionally impact our audience, it's truly important that you would start analyze and figure it out how to possibly enhance whatever is on the picture. My name is Matteo Marciano. Thanks for watching.